Alright guys, today we're going to go over 3 ways to break out of the closed guard. One's going to focus on the hips, one's going to focus on the middle of the chest, one's going to focus on the shoulders. Let's get right to it. Alright, so if I'm in max closed guard, a couple things we can think about is the first thing I'm always going to need to is focus on grips or posture. So if he's got me with grips and I'm fighting here, it's not the time to get out. If I'm down here and he's hugging him, this is not the time to get out. So once I posture up, almost every guard break is going to focus on some control of posture. If he does have a grip here like this, I may want to have posture and break it. If he's got a sleeve grip, sometimes I can get away with doing stuff even though he's got that sleeve grip. But focus on making sure you have your grips and your posture. If he's got grips and he's controlling my posture, undo that first and then get to your stuff. So that being said, first thing we're going to focus on is the hips. The second, we're going to look at the chest, and the third is the shoulders. These are 3 different ways I want to break guard, okay? So when I'm here, if I focus on the hips, I can grip or I can use my hands right on his hip bones, okay? If I'm leaning forward, this is always bad. So I'm bringing myself back, my chest up, or I can round my back, but I have a good posture here, and I'm holding his hips down. So this is a fundamental one we teach all the time to white belts, but it's very effective. I get strong here. Second step, I'm going to move my knee back. Third step, I'm going to push his knee where my knee was. So here's the second step. I come back here, I can grip or just hold, but I like gripping a little bit, and I push down. When I'm here, the goal is to control hip and knee and keep my elbow in. Now, where I go from here, I can knee slice, I can circle pass, etc. But this is a very basic one. So 1, 2, 3. Now when I'm here, I often like to step up and bring this knee shield in or even get a grip. Or I can go right here and set up my knee slice or my circle pass. Let's look at it at a different angle just so you can see. So again, if he's got like collar and sleeve, let's say, right? I don't want to be posting on the mat. I'm here and I'm not pushing up. I'm going to push back and get as much posture as I can. Break 1 grip, break 2 grips, and now I'm set to go. I grip and I'm strong here, okay? Move my knee, push his knee down, and now I'm out. So very basic guard break. That's focusing on the hips. Second one's a little more traditional one, maybe a little bit intermediate, where I'm going to focus on getting a collar, or 2 collars right here. A couple things I want to think about is the placement. Right where his ribs come together in the sternum, I'm going to use either my palm or my fist. If I go too high, I give him arm bars. If I go too low, he can pull me forward because the angle of my arm is not great. So there is a sweet spot. First of all, if I just grip here with no tension, and I hold like this, his shoulders are free to move. So a very common thing to do is grip far away, look, I have good posture, and I give him a little pull to get them tight. Sometimes I can test. If he starts grabbing my hands here, maybe it's not time to go, okay? But a lot of times when we're fighting, somebody gets a little tired, I can check here, he does nothing, he's kind of watching, I can set up. So a traditional grip is, move your hand for just a second, is 1 finger in here, like this, notice how I'm turning my shoulders, or some people like to grip like a fist. Both are fine. I like the finger in, that's just the way I learned it, but look how my palm is here. If he tries to pull me down with his legs, it's hard. If I go too high, he doesn't need to, he can just go ahead and do an armbar. Very easy, right? Boom, and now I'm in trouble. So make sure you find that spot. I pull the collars, I grip, I don't stay square, I turn back. Now, if his hands are doing nothing and far away from me, that's fine. If he's trying to actively reach for me, I take that gift and I'm here, okay? Sometimes we can cross it over here too. These are 2 different ways, the same concept of controlling this arm. Once I have the arm, wherever I want to place it, that side is the side I'm going to step up. So I step up here. Now I'm going to turn my hips. This is really important. This changes the angle. And look how I'm pushing down with my right hand. Now as I stand up, I'm going to pull the sleeve and stop pushing down on him, but I'm going to stand up high with posture. All the way up. Yeah, this guard even opened up a little bit, but he's being a good doobie. He's helping me. From here, I want to push this far leg back, but my leg's in the way. So I'm going to move my stance. I'm going to lean away, push the leg down, and now I have not only good grips, but I'm in a great position for passing. So let's do this a couple times. And sometimes when you're drilling and a partner's being nice, the guard may open. But when you go live, people latch on for dear life. So I come here. Remember, I'm starting with good posture, my grips. Okay? Come here, strong. Articulate my shoulders. If he's reaching for me, great. This is kind of a key detail. If I start going for this arm and he keeps it away from me, that's fine too. It achieved my goal. Just realize his hands are free, so as I stand up, he may start countering me, okay? So I prefer if he's reaching for me or I find the sleeve, this is a better setup. I'm here. Lean forward, step, and turn. From here, I push down and immediately come up as high as I can. Now from here, when I step back, I don't push, look how my arm's bent. I lean away until my arm's straight, and I can shake or push until he opens. As he opens, I have my grips, and then now I can start working my pass. Do it one more time. So this part here, I find is really, really important. If I'm looking like this, I go here, and he starts paying too much attention, not the guard break I want to do, okay? But I come here, I get a few moments, boom, I'm here. Find my sleeve. Maybe this time I go across, I protect my hand. I come up, I turn, I step up, here I am. This is really important. Look how I'm pulling his shoulder up. Hard for him to do any sweeps, and he's only got one hand. He wants to go to that leg, so I move it away from him, and there's my guard break. Thanks, man. Come back for one more. So the first one we did was real basic to the hips. The second one here to the center of the chest. And notice my posture is strong in both these. Third one I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the biceps. I'm going to control the shoulders. Why I like these three kind of ways of thinking, if I'm here, my posture is way back. If I'm here, still back, but I'm controlling here. But sometimes if he pulls me down, when I'm here like this and I can't posture up, I'll bring my hands to the inside of the biceps. Okay? Not on top of him, and I don't want to be pushing with my thumb. No thumbs here because I don't want to sprain my thumbs. Now, keep your arms or keep your elbows low. Okay? If I'm here and I try to step up, he's got way too much control. I'm going to push him up, push myself back. So watch his shoulders. As I go back and I push, start trying to grab, it's hard. But now at some point he relaxes and I get a little farther. So I haven't even moved up yet. I've got as much control as I can. Now I'm going to pop up to his biceps. So I lean forward and I'm here. Okay? The first one I'm going to do is kind of the invisible chair, where I'm going to walk my knees right under his hips. From here, my hips go down, my head comes up, and my arms come back. Now, I'm just sitting here, very uncomfortable for Matt. I can even help by just shaking a little bit, and here I am. Okay? The important part of this one is not to worry about the hands. I'm posting on him to pop up. And once I shift into that squat, my knees over ankles, my shoulders over my hips, I sit on the chair, then I pull my arms back. Don't pull your arms back while leaning forward, you're gonna go flying. So here I am. I think of this like boogie boarding, right? If you're ever in the ocean, you see those guys with like the half surfboards. I'm here riding the boogie board. Don't be up, because he can underhook here, he can bump, and now I'm in real trouble. I get low, so move me around. Look, I can control him, okay? And every time he relaxes, so bring your shoulders down, keep tight, right? Every time here he relaxes, I push up. So I've extended his shoulders up. Now I extend my legs away. So trying to get your grips back becomes very difficult. As I move forward, all my weight into him, so keep your guard locked tight, all my weight into him, look, both feet I can jump up, or I step 1, 2. All my weight stays on him. Don't lean too far forward, but just enough here. So move me around, it's hard. Now, I walk my knees in right behind the glutes. Don't be on the outside of the hips, behind the glutes. Now look, if my feet are here, this is definitely going to be a knee problem. So I walk in tight, sit back. So look how I'm sitting on a chair. I'm lifting Matt completely off the mat. How's this feel, Matt?
Bad.
Bad. And even here, I'll grip sometimes and just, there's a push. So be careful doing this with your partners, because some of them may not have the best back. Matt's here 5 days a week, rolling all the time. Sometimes 6 days a week, he can handle it. But note, if you're on the bottom and somebody does this to you, recognize it will break eventually your guard. So instead of waiting around for 20 seconds and suffering, when they go up, drop and move on. Okay? So let's do one last angle of this. Like this, more advanced. So you see high level players do this all the time, and they'll do it quick. Bottom players are used to it. They'll let go and transition to something else. There's no point waiting around for something you know you're going to lose. So I'm here like this. He starts fighting for grips. I wait, I extend, I move back, I pop up, knees in, and here I am. So right now, don't be here. If he grips, drops and puts his feet right to my hips, open, boom, I'm in trouble. Okay, see how as soon as I'm here, yes, I'm going for a ride. So I don't want his hands on me, but I have to sit first and then get my hands back. So I'm here, I stretch him out, I stretch myself out, I pop up, boom, I sit and then pull back like this. And then here I am. So those are 3 ways we can think about it: going to the hips, going to the chest, and then going to the shoulders. Let's show one bonus thing. One bonus thing real quick. We're going to start close guard again. This is the log splitter, which is another favorite one of mine. popping up off the shoulders, same setup we just did, but instead of sitting on the chair, I'm gonna bring my knee in and split the guard that way. So again, the log splitter. I'm here, I stretch him out, I come back. This is a good stopping point for me, because now I can jump up. Here, I'm gonna bring one knee right in behind the tailbone and walk as much as I can like I'm on a tightrope. I sit back, and there's why it's called the log splitter, because I can also grip here, and now I'm strong. So one more time on this. Side note, here's a good tip. Sometimes when I'm checking here, I'll use this and come here. Keeps it a little tighter, right? So now I move back, pop up here, I come in like this, and I break. Even if he's still holding his guard, try to move me, it's hard. And it becomes very easy to open. Okay, so those are the main guard breaks that I would suggest playing around with, especially because if I start with the first one on the hips, they pull me forward, I'm on the biceps. Great, I go to that one. If I'm pushing on the biceps to get back and they move away, maybe I pop back up to that center chest one or to the hips. So I keep fighting for the right grips and posture. If they're denying that, then go to the next one. Don't try to fight for something that they're already destroying. Try to get ahead of them, make sure you've got the grips you want, the posture you want, and then boom, 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 out you go. Try it out, hope it works.